What if I told you that the strongest part of a tree is the part you never see? And the same may be true about your life? When people look at a tree, they usually notice what is above the ground. They admire the height of the trunk, the beauty of the branches, and the green leaves reaching toward the sky. They see strength, growth, and life. But what they do not see is the part that makes all of it possible: the roots. Hidden beneath the surface, far from view, roots quietly perform the most important work. While the tree stands tall in the sunlight, its roots continue spreading through the soil, searching for water, gathering nutrients, and creating the foundation that keeps everything standing. Without roots, even the largest tree would eventually fall. That is what makes roots so fascinating. The most important part of the tree is often the part no one sees. A tree does not become strong because of what appears above the ground. It becomes strong because of what exists below it. Before the branches can grow, the roots must grow. Before the tree can rise toward the sky, it must first go deeper into the earth. Nature teaches a powerful lesson through this process. True strength is often built in silence. The world celebrates visible success. People notice the results, the achievements, and the growth, but they rarely notice the preparation that made those things possible. Just like a tree, every strong structure in life depends on a hidden foundation, and the deeper the roots grow, the stronger the tree becomes. When storms arrive, it is not the tallest tree that survives. It is the tree with the strongest roots. Wind may shake its branches and rain may strike its leaves, but the roots hold firm beneath the surface. That unseen strength makes all the difference. Beneath every great tree is a hidden world working silently to support it. A world of roots growing in darkness, building strength long before anyone notices the results, reminding us that the greatest foundations in life are often the ones that cannot be seen. Here is the expanded Key Point 3 as a speech segment. For a long time, people believed that trees stood alone. They saw individual trunks rising from the ground and assumed each tree survived independently. But modern discoveries have revealed something extraordinary hidden beneath the forest floor. Beneath the surface exists a vast underground network connecting trees together. Their roots intertwine with microscopic fungi, forming a complex system that stretches throughout the forest. Some scientists have even described it as a natural communication network. Through this hidden web, trees can share nutrients, exchange resources, and respond to changes in their environment. Think about how remarkable that is. What appears to be a collection of separate trees may actually be part of a connected community. A strong tree can sometimes support a weaker one. Older trees can help younger trees survive. Information about threats such as insects or disease can travel through these underground connections, allowing nearby trees to prepare their defenses. All of this happens silently beneath our feet. No one walking through the forest can see it directly, yet this invisible system plays a vital role in the health and survival of the ecosystem. Nature teaches an important lesson here. Strength does not always come from standing alone. Sometimes true strength comes from connection. The forest thrives not because every tree competes against the others, but because many are linked together through a hidden network of support. Beneath the surface, cooperation exists where many people expect only competition. The same idea can be applied to human life. No one achieves everything alone. Families, friendships, communities, teachers, and mentors all become part of the unseen support system that helps people grow. Just as roots connect trees, relationships connect people. Many of the forces that help us succeed are invisible. Encouragement, guidance, knowledge, support. These things often work quietly in the background, strengthening us when we need it most. Beneath every thriving forest lies an unseen network of connection and support, reminding us that some of the greatest strengths in life are found not in isolation, but in the invisible bonds that unite us. Here's the expanded Key Point 5 as a speech segment. One of the most important lessons roots teach us is that the greatest growth often happens where nobody can see it. When people look at a tree, they notice the height, the branches, and the leaves. They see the visible results. But long before the tree rose into the sky, its roots were growing deep beneath the ground. Before there was visible growth, there was invisible preparation. Nature understands something that many people forget. Strong growth begins below the surface. The same principle applies to human life. People often admire success without seeing the years of effort behind it. They notice the achievement but not the discipline. They see the results but not the sacrifices. They celebrate the victory without understanding the preparation that made it possible. Every great accomplishment has roots. A skilled athlete spends years training before reaching the spotlight. A successful entrepreneur experiences countless failures before achieving success. A strong leader develops wisdom through years of learning and experience. The world sees the outcome but rarely sees the roots. This is why patience is so important. Many people quit because they do not see immediate results. They work hard for a short time and become discouraged when nothing seems to change. But growth does not always happen where it is visible. Sometimes the most important progress is taking place beneath the surface. Knowledge is growing. Character is developing. Discipline is becoming stronger. Confidence is taking root. Just because something cannot be seen does not mean it is not happening. Roots remind us that lasting success is never built overnight. It is built slowly, quietly, and consistently. The strongest foundations take time to develop. And when the moment finally comes for visible growth, it appears powerful because the hidden work has already been done. Every great tree begins with unseen roots. Every great achievement begins with unseen effort. And every lasting success begins with growth that happens long before anyone else can see it. Because the most powerful transformations in life often start in places where no one is looking. As we come to the end of this journey, we discover that roots are much more than a part of a plant. They are a powerful symbol of life itself. Everything has roots. Every tree has roots that connect it to the earth. Every river has a source from which it begins. Every culture has a history that shapes its identity. And every person has experiences, values, and influences that help define who they are. Roots remind us that where we come from matters. In a world that moves quickly and constantly pushes people toward the future, it is easy to forget the foundations that made that future possible. We focus on where we are going, but sometimes the greatest wisdom comes from remembering where we started. A tree that loses its roots cannot survive for long. In the same way, people who become disconnected from their values, principles, and purpose often feel lost, regardless of how successful they appear on the outside. Roots provide stability. They provide identity. They provide direction. The stronger the roots, the stronger the growth. This lesson can be seen everywhere in life. Great leaders remain connected to their principles. Strong families remain connected through shared values. Successful individuals often remember the struggles and lessons that shaped them. Their roots continue guiding them even as they grow. And perhaps that is why roots are such a powerful symbol. They remind us that growth and foundation are not opposites. They work together. The higher we wish to rise, the deeper our roots must become. The future is important. Growth is important. Success is important. But none of those things can last without a strong foundation beneath them. Everything eventually returns to its roots. Because roots are where strength begins. Roots are where identity is formed. Roots are where growth becomes possible. And no matter how far we travel, how much we achieve, or how high we rise, the foundations beneath us will always shape the person we become. For in the end, the strength of everything above the surface depends on the roots hidden below it.